And we continue now on Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott, joined by Teresa Norman from Fresno Modern Real Estate. You've been a busy lady, haven't you?
I have been busy. I love staying busy.
Yeah. Now, for the folks who weren't with us the first time you were on, what makes you different than a lot of other real estate agents is you will take somebody's empty house
Absolutely.
and you will go in and fill it up with your own furniture.
With my own furniture. Free of charge.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
To make it look lived in.
To make it look lived in.
So potential buyers can get an idea of what the house looks like.
Exactly.
And because of that, you sell your homes in an average of, what was it, 4 days?
4 days. You know, we've been really lucky.
That's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And a lot of people think, what do you do? Well, first of all, I tell my clients, you have to listen to what we say. We want to go in there and obviously sell their home. And a lot of my clients, I tell them firsthand, listen, don't get offended by what we're going to tell you, but you have a lot of clutter.
That orange wall has to go.
Has to go. That green lime wall has to go as well. And they're fairly good about listening. And once they do, we stage the property, with my own furnishings, artwork, sofas, sometimes linen, and it turns out fantastically.
Why does that make such a difference?
A lot of times people want to see, like you said, they want to feel like the house is lived in, and they want to be able to envision themselves living in the property. So we want them to walk into a house that's move-in ready. We don't want people to think, oh my God, I'm going to have to clean these curtains. You'd be surprised. People walk in, talk about the curtains. The curtains aren't going with the house, or people talk about a certain decor that's not going with the house. So we want to remove those elements so that people aren't focusing on those things, but focusing on the square footage, on the size of the bedrooms, on the backyard, etc. We want people to focus on those things and not on the clutter that people may have in their homes.
So you have a big warehouse somewhere with all kinds of furniture in it?
I actually have two 20 by 20 storages full of furniture, literally. Lighting, lamps, you name it, we got it in there.
Yeah. And how are you able to do this at your own expense?
Well, I've been very blessed, in real estate. And, time and time, with several years going by, we've purchase furniture. We go to estate sales. We buy furniture there, or someone says, hey, we have a store going out of business. I'll be the first one there and, buy furniture. And we get really good pricing. And I look for those sales, obviously. And, we just want to get quality, nice items for that particular property.
But, there is an expense involved in you storing that furniture, moving it to a home, setting it up. When the house sells, moving it all out.
Right.
You're just absorbing those costs, or is that just part of your business?
That's part of my business. In fact, my husband laughs about that all the time. We were just talking about that the other day. He says, hey, are you going to have another yard sale anytime soon so you can get rid of some of that stuff? But, for me, it is an expense. It comes with the territory of being a good realtor. Not all realtors do that. Not all realtors can afford that. That's something that's just, I've made that my niche, And people know me. People say, hey, you list with Teresa Norman. She's going to stage your house if you need it. And I've been very successful with that. Again, that's my niche. I love it, and that's what I'm known for.
Well, all right, you just said if you need it, so not all houses need it.
Not all houses need it. Some houses are pretty much, ready to go, but a lot of times they still need some of that Teresa Norman touch, and I make it happen. So,
How do you know what you're bringing in is what's going to appeal to a potential buyer?
I have a pretty good eye for art and for decor. I just go in and look at a house and say, okay, this is what it's going to need, even if it needs painting. And that I'm known to go in and paint houses as well, And people are like, what, you're going to paint our house? I'm like, hey, the whole house has to be painted, So, but we make it happen. I just have an eye for it, and we do it really well. And you can tell by, you can go onto our website and take a look at some of the things we've done. It's really good.
All right. You brought some pictures today. Here, we're looking at them here. Which property is this?
Well, this is actually a property on Thompson. It's a gorgeous home, almost 2 acres, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, has kind of a mother-in-law setup as well, lots of citrus trees in the property. This house is what you want to model your home if you're going to sell it. It is move-in ready. We didn't stage this one. My client has very good taste, thanks to me, of course. He has a great realtor, but he listened to what he needed to do. They have very good taste in furniture. They always have their homes immaculate. The rooms are always picked up. Anytime you're ready to see this house, I guarantee you, it's going to show this way.
And the people are still living in it?
They still live in the house.
Wow.
They still live in the house. But this is very key, and people have to realize that if you're going to put your house on the market, you have to be ready for the traffic, and the house has to be show ready any given time and hour. That's very important.
Listen, I was in Las Vegas recently looking at some condos, and we got there with the real estate agent, and the guy who had agreed to let us in to see the condo, when we got there, he said, "No, I'm not going to let you in today." Well, guess what? That condo didn't sell.
Oh my God! Because you would have bought it possibly.
Well, possibly, but I mean, I wasn't going to buy it sight unseen.
Right, exactly.
So it's important to get inside and see it.
It's important to get inside and see it. You want to be able to, again, you want to be able to feel it. You want your clients to be able to, to say, hey, this is, I can live here, And as a listing agent, I want to be able to showcase my client's home, because at the end of the day, that client, if they sell their house, guess what? I'm going to have to find them another house. So I want to make sure that I do a good job first time, overall. So.
Yeah. Is this a different house we're looking at?
This is a different house.
Rialto?
Yes, on Rialto. This is a gorgeous home, very serene, very zen in the backyard. The lot is absolutely huge. I came on the show about a week ago, and I believe we featured this particular house, and I indicated that this house is for someone that wants to kind of nest and someone who is very artsy, who needs that very zen feeling, who wants privacy. This is a gorgeous home, move-in ready also. It's something definitely to see. And one thing about us is that if someone wants to see homes at any given time, we have agents at the ready. So they can call us in the middle of the night. We can make appointments for them to see this home.
You won't show it in the middle of the night.
I won't show it in the middle of the night. I'll pick up my phone in the middle of the night. Trust me. I've been known for that too. But this is a great home, very spacious. Again, move-in ready.
I like that one. What's the asking price on that?
We can actually sell it to you if you want.
I bet you could. What's the asking?
This one, I believe, is $285.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Very
nice.
gorgeous home.
Now, I'm sure people who've been listening to this discussion about how you go in and stage houses sometimes say, "Oh, she must charge more than what the average real estate agent charges." Is your commission still the same?
My commission is still the same. As you know, I work with a lot of investors also, and we kind of work with investors a little bit differently, but pretty much still all the same. We're very competitive in our commission. And here's the thing: you're going to get what you pay for. If you, and I find sometimes, unfortunately, that we have agents that want to drop their commission because they need that listing or they need that sale. I don't need that listing that bad, and I don't need the sale that bad.
Right,
I just want to give my clients quality work and quality production, And my clients who have hired me, they know if you get Teresa, this is who you're going to get. You're going to get the whole package.
Do you know who Brad Maskey is?
I do not.
He is the real estate guy on KMJ. He has a show on KMJ, and he wrote something on Facebook today that I thought was kind of interesting. He talked about how he had lost a bunch of listings recently to other real estate agents who had promised their client that they could sell it for more money than what he said he could sell it for. And he said, well, it turned out that most of those people ended up coming back to him because a lot of real estate agents will overestimate what they could sell your house for just to try to get you as a client.
That's right. That's exactly right. And I find also a lot of times, like you said, agents will promise things and they don't deliver. I'm not going to go in there and tell you that I'm going to sell your house for $500,000 when it's only worth $250,000.
You'll tell me it's worth $250,000.
I'm going to tell you it's worth $250,000 because at the end of the day, I'm working for you. You're hiring me to be honest.
Well, and you don't want to waste your time.
I don't want to waste my time. Absolutely. And my clients know, even again, when we show their properties, we're going to make sure they're ready, move-in ready. We're going to make sure that they look amazingly, gorgeous when people first walk in the door. But we want to price that property correctly. If we don't price it right, we're wasting a lot of time and the buyer's time as well. So we want to make sure that people are happy first time around.
Awesome. Teresa, how do folks reach you at Fresno Modern?
At 559-213-2090 is my direct number. Again, 213-2090, or they can go onto my website, www.teresatherealtor.com.
TeresaTheRealtor.com.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for
having me.
having me.
Always nice seeing you.
Likewise, thank you.
And we'll be back with more on Central Valley Talk.